Uh, when I'm a little low on energy, playing one of my favorite songs that prominently features just sirens blaring really peps me up. Really gets the energy going. I you know I can get why people stream in the morning more. I kind of think it'd be harder, like waking up and having to go stream, but at the same time, it probably guarantees you're more well rested than if you just go through your whole day and then decide to stream after everything's happened. But I mean, with that in mind, let's do art. Let's do art. I have art to do. Look at boy. Ugh. Ah. Ah, indeed, Shadow Mage. Wait, does highlight my message in stream bubbles now give you a little rainbow? Does that have an effect now? That's pretty cool. If not, it might just be a rainbow. That's yeah, it does. I like that. Stream bubbles does miss some stuff with like different chat interaction things you can do. But that alone is just that's just really cool. The main benefit to stream bubbles is that when someone posts like a single emote or just emotes, it'll blow up the emotes on the stream so that people watching can get a better look at them. That's nice. Should I be honored, Shadow Mage, with what? In what way should I be honored? Please enlighten me. This, that, the other thing. You should be honored. You should feel rather honored. I mean, yes. I get your meaning. I get the concept. I imagine there is supposed to be a I imagine there is a difference, but yeah, here I am interacting. Oh my goodness. Well, you definitely don't have to, Shadow Mage. If you're tired, by all means, go. You can lurk. A lurk is always appreciated. Or whatevs, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate. But I want to. Aw. That is nice. It is very nice of you. Well, I hope. You said yesterday? Yes, yesterday. I mean, I get that. It can be 2 days ago and still be draining. But I was confirming. Because I was about to be like, how was your day? But if that was just the thing you were saying, then I know how your day was. It was tiring. It was socially interaction. Fuck yeah, okay, aww. Very nice of you. I appreciate it. Listen, I try to be a good streamer. That's very high praise, Shadow Mage. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise. I get what I get what you're saying. More than you realize. And appreciate it. But yeah. Well, I hope today was okay then. I'm doing this right now. I made a crappy little reel, put it on Instagram, and it's by far one of the most liked things I've put on any social media. So I was like, fuck it. If these can get that kind of traction, because I don't usually make reels, but if I can get traction like this, then I'm gonna try the same formula, but put more effort into it. So that's what I'm up to right now. Is doing a bit of some light animation, not more illustration than animation, not going ham with the animating it part. To to hopefully make something that even more people will like. Oh, now, I feel we're at different levels when it comes to the car thing, Shadow Mage, unless you also have this, which is the fact that if that was me, I'd just be dead. Because, man, do I get sick in cars. Do I get sick riding in cars? It's so bad. I've talked about it before, but it's so bad for me when I have to ride in a car for extended periods of time. It might be for you also. It's not like a... Oof. Yeah, I get you. I get you. I mean, I was much the same when I was in college. Also had a good 40 minute commute or so. But that, I mean, I was driving in that, so... And driving myself does kind of help mitigate some of the sickness, but the bigger problem is that it's replaced by the stress of having to drive. The stress of trying not to kill people with a vehicle. So it's really hard to be like, and everything's better. I honestly probably prefer to be able to just be a passenger than drive myself. I'd rather just pass out in the car from nausea than continue to have the stress of driving people places. So Uber is not a good side hustle idea for me. Will not go well. Up. Trying to draw Alex well. I feel like one of the bigger reasons I should learn Blender is to make a very, like, good render of Alex with details and everything that I can reference back to and rotate to get every angle possible. And you might say, well, at that point, Cahill, just use the Blender model. But I don't want to use the Blender model. I want to draw. I just need reference for my drawing. If I wanted to be into 3D stuff, I'd be into 3D stuff. I thought that'd be obvious by now. Who? I think I'm gonna try, because I usually find that when you're... This mage is cute. Draw a German with a torch. No. I imagine you're referring to my Bloodborne playthroughs, Rubus. No. Now it's all about Broken Sword. No, thank you, but it is what it is. But yeah. Also, yeah, so, I mean, I mentioned to people, hi Nobu, hi Rubus. I mentioned to Shadow Mage, I'm doing this because I made a little thing. Find one in BB. That's the thing, okay. I feel like if I was going to do another Bloodborne challenge, the Zero Lenny, the guy I get the challenges from, did one of his more recent, like, viral videos is doing Bloodborne while playing with the IGN Day 1 guide, which is not a good time. What was I thinking of? And when he did that, the guy made him use the Kirk hammer, right? Which is a, you know, which is the sword weapon in Bloodborne. And while he was doing one of the bosses, he realized the sword has been broken. Like, the sword's broken because it has weapon durability. So while there isn't a bespoke broken sword in Bloodborne, what I could do is I could smack some bosses with my fists, get that, and do a broken sword run this way, which he hasn't done. I mean, I guess he did that, but if I'm being honest though, I've said this before, I don't want to keep just doing stuff Zero Lenny's done for challenges. So, and I mean, I'm not doing a challenge in Sekiro, thank God. But after we're done with Dark Souls 2 and Sekiro, I'm probably going to go back to Dark Souls 1 to finally beat it on stream. And I'm going to do a new playthrough of it, like a new full playthrough. But I'm going to do some new stuff to make it spicy, to make it new and spicy. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Do you feel where I'm coming from? Because I do like, there's lots of moments in the challenge runs that I'm like, this was worth it. It was cool just to do this here. I was talking to Max the other day, and Max was talking about like regrets and stuff because he's been like, Cahill, haha, do this, and then I do it, and he's like, and they're like, I feel bad. And I'm like, the only person making me do any of this is myself. And yeah, sometimes the challenge runs go very bad, but I'm just gonna say Hachi. Yes, my bad. But sometimes, like just right now, people talk about how Cahill Comics streamed a Broken Torch run, so fucking, it worked enough. Like, if me doing challenge runs gets 100 people to check out my streams, and then 50 of those people stay, I have, like, I'm doing pretty good. That's kind of, like, I wouldn't say I get new people checking out the channel for the runs, but it does warrant some traffic when I do them, so. Like the Dark Souls 2 stuff has been pretty popular by my metrics. Lord, anytime I have to think about me being quote-unquote popular or quote-unquote doing well on Twitch, I just think back to Moist Critical when he did a video about something talking about Twitch, and they're like, they were a small streamer. They only had like 20 average viewers, and I was like, okay. Thanks, Charlie. Thank you. Like, I know I'm not a big streamer, but that... this is a new kind of pain. I feel a new kind of pain. Yeah. But anyway. If you don't know, I'm doing like I said, I'm doing a little reel thing. Little edit. Of my character, Alex, here. This is Alex. This is kind of a better look at him, which is why this is gonna be like the starting frame of it and everything. Alex is a part of my webcomic, which you can find on my Patreon. It is $1 a month, and a new page will be up next Monday, a week from now. I do a page every 2 weeks, or at least in theory I do. I took the time to update all of the art for the comic, because I was unhappy with how it was looking. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. We do it again, and that's done. That took me like a month, and we're back to new updates. And I honestly, I'm much more like passively proud of how it looks now. So, and like, I don't gotta blow up on Twitch. I would like the webcomic to do well. You know what I mean? I'm okay with like Dylan Cahill not being a household name, but I'd like my comic to be real big. That's my goal. My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. Nya 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 nya. Just personally, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh yeah, I didn't finish like animation thoughts. I've come to kind of see in like animation that when I'm doing like something rotating in 3D space, typically what that means is like you need like a new frame for each little bit it's rotating, because it looks different when it turns, right? But sometimes I found what you can do is you can draw like this, and since Alex is going to be turning his head this way, like, I can take this frame and just kind of tilt it a bit. Like, I can just kind of rotate. I can cut out this whole area right here, and then just kind of rotate it a bit up this way, and then after that draw a new frame and do the same with it, which cuts down like half the work. So that's nice. Also, you know what I was thinking of? I want to read a new manga because I finished One Piece, but I have all of Hellsing behind me. I can't believe Kale is going to draw every single frame. Fucking... Okay, Shadow Mage, go back. I don't know what you think animation is like, Shadow Mage, but I think you need to go back to the 20s. That's all I can say for you. If you think that's what animation is like, I have bad news. All 60 of them per second. Yeah, because that's what game developers do too. But yeah, I have all of Hellsing behind me. And like Alucard, I watch Hellsing abridged. And I know that's a fan dub. But it's also fucking great. And Alucard there had a big impact on what Alex has become. So maybe I should just read through all of Hellsing, because I've never read it before. Animating on 2s? Well, that's the problem. Is I'm already animating on 2s. So this is which good work there, Shadow Mage. This is animating on 2 and then still taking shortcuts. But when you're a single animator doing something for fun, yeah, you take shortcuts and you animate on fucking 2s. Do you want to know who fucking animated on 1s? Richard Williams. Considered one of the masters of animation. I'm not the masters of animation. Not yet, at least. So, even more. It depends. Depends on what you're going through and stylistic choices. Because that's the thing. I was thinking about this earlier. Animating on 47s. The goal of animation is not necessarily to be as smooth as possible. The goal of animation is to make drawings or inanimate things, whatever they might be, look alive. So if the best way to accomplish that is to use as little frames as possible and take shortcuts and stuff, then that can be better than just like redrawing something every frame. Like a literal slideshow. Why are you sad, Shadow Mage? Don't be sad. Are you sad because in regards to Richard Williams? Yeah. Yeah, there is sad stuff about Richard Williams, huh? Because of a lot of things. Because of how life worked out. But I mean, he has a monolithic testament to his life's work. Not just in the unfinished Thief and the Cobbler, but also in the fact that he wrote the book that is basically animation Bible. That is basically animation holy texts. I'm not saying he didn't deserve more, but I am saying that he got a lot done. Didn't all go bad for him. Yeah. I mean, which is still worth looking up. Even as an unfinished movie, people should look up The Thief and the Cobbler. And I'm not even going to say anything, because I don't... Like, I just know that The Thief and the Cobbler was the original vision of one of the masters of animation. And I'm not going to say anything more than that, because nothing I'm going to say is really going to do it justice. And it's on YouTube, so just do it. Stop making excuses for yourself. Do it. But yeah, I'm not gonna bemoan it too much. Like, I get why Shadow Mage is sad, he and a lot of other people have every right to be sad about how stuff turned out for Richard Williams in certain aspects, but it's not like people don't know, you know, how good the man was. Doot, doot, doot. I love me some Stardust Speedway. Hello, my name is Dylan Cahill. I love Stardust Speedway. Dun, 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 dun. Let me turn this to 10. And let's turn this one to 30. And then we're going to turn this one to 60. Yeah. It's good to see quite a few people in chat. You know, I am sometimes surprised a good amount at how popular some of my art streams are, considering how Twitch as a whole is typically a more games focused platform, but it does make me happy. It's not like I don't like to do games, but being able to also do art and have that go about as well is Smurf account on Reddit. Well, that's a thing. I'm not going to comment about that because I don't know much about Reddit or deleting accounts. But I mean, hey. What else was I thinking of? But yeah. So I appreciate it. And I like chilling out. Chilling out, listening to some tunes. I'm just chilling. I'm glad, Nobu. I mean, that's usually my goal. I'm a person who who just wants to chill as much as possible. I try to be a very laid-back person. Let me ask you something, chat. Can you be a laid-back person while having anxiety? Like, if I can typically be found in a state of worry about random stuff, but on other times I'm just trying to take it as easy as possible, am I a laid-back person, or am I not? Does being laid back inherently mean you have to just be calm? How you describe me? I mean, hunting silver Rathalos. I mean, fucking... Listen. I think Deja makes fun of me for that. Deja will make fun of me for chilling out by playing games that are in many ways considered stressful. But... I don't know. I like Dark Souls. I mean, the most accurate and almost bleakest way to describe it is that playing a difficult game and being able to do good at it, so long as I don't get more upset at myself or the game over the course of playing it in a day, is that it manages to give me a sense of accomplishment while not having to necessarily accomplish much. I don't gotta reinvent the moon while playing a video game, but it still makes me feel like I did something. I haven't changed much about the world while completing a Pokédex, but I feel good about myself. So... Dun 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 dun. Games are fun. Games are fun. And the Game Awards are coming up next. Here's the thing, right? Okay. So I'll just say this. I'll just say this with my whole chest on stream. I don't got like, I'm not flushed with cash, but I've still been trying to keep up with the current game scene, which can be an expensive endeavor. So I don't worry about it too much, but I want to. So when the Game Awards come around, I'm able to be like, It's not a call to action, by the way. When is a game... credits. Credits. All the way. All the way. Don't even try me, Shadow Mage. I'm not like... If you put credits in a game that aren't a joke... But no, don't. I'm not begging chat for money. Especially since... Save it for the charity stream, Shadow Mage. Anyway. But regardless... Unless the credits are purposely shown to be a joke, if you put credits in your game, know that there is a decent contingent of people who are going to stop there and be okay with it and not lose an ounce of sleep about it. You should know that, and I know that, and it's a truth, and everyone should be okay with it. Magnamalo Cahill, yeah. And and you want to know something, Nobu? If someone got there and said they finished Monhan Rise and they didn't feel like going back to it, I wouldn't be like, no, you have to though. No, you have to. It's like they put credits there. You can walk away from Monhan all you want. I'm not about to be like, if there's a nagging feeling within them to go back to it, then yeah, they should probably go back and see the rest of Monhan Rise. But I'm not saying they didn't finish it. I'm not claiming them. Hi, Juice. Juice is rolling up in here. And what about those games that have credits option on the menu? No, there's a difference because that's just to see the credits. That'd be like saying, you know. Like, this is kind of confusing the argument, but Shadow Mage, that would be like if I should just copy and paste the ear. That would be like saying, by watching all the cutscenes on YouTube, I've played the game. I've experienced the game, true, but I haven't played it. You know what I mean? And this isn't even like a get good scrub kind of thing. I'm not being like, you have to do X to truly experience a game. No, I'm just saying. It's not much of a... I said reach credits. You're the one who was like... Also, my playlist is not loading. Fantastic. Don't you just love it? Also, my Spotify... No one cares. People post, like, we don't care about your Spotify raps and stuff. And, like, I can definitely say that's true for me. Because I don't have any taste in music. And I accept that, and I'm okay with it. And I have no problem with it. And I don't want to show people what I listen to. But I will say that this year, my top artists was just Deltarune and Sonic music. I was just really jamming to those retro like beat tunes, those pumped up jams when I was listening to Spotify. And you want to know something? I have no regrets. I don't think I need to listen to anything else. Me where I said the Donkey Kong Rider. Down, 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 A, and we got it. Okay, that's not... Okay, but that's the thing. Now you're double confusing the argument, Shadow Mage. Because I get what you're saying, but the way you phrase that makes it sound like a glitch. And that is how some speedruns are performed. In that you enter a glitch in the game, and then the credits roll, and that's the end of it. That's a lot of any percent runs. There's the Super Mario World run. That's part... Oh, wait, no. Damn it! Super Mario World run is... Do a Yoshi. Wait, why did you bring this up? I'm not... This is like Max trying to defend Black Gulch. I'm not like playing ball with you, Smage. I didn't do shit. You're the one who was like, you know what I meant. And now, and you're trying to confuse the issue, and I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not doing it. You can try all you want, but you know what I meant. So obviously I didn't mean menu credits. Existential crisis for me. Why? Because you made a joke that turned out to be true in trying to confuse the issue? No. You know I'm right. I'll say this. If you can pull off, if you're playing a game for the first time and you can pull off a credits glitch and you want to say you beat the game, go ahead. Have you seen the Super Mario World credits glitch? I couldn't do that if my family's life depended on it. That thing is insane. There's no way I could do that. So if someone can pull it off and is like, I beat Super Mario World, I'm not gonna say no you didn't. I'd argue they did something harder than beating Super Mario World. I'm not gonna fuck with this person, they're crazy. Frame perfect Yoshi Fireball thing, yeah. Issue though, it was, oh, okay. That's my fault. But yeah, no, I'm just saying, it's true. Did Nerf make the joke about have a win game option in the main menu? Okay. Shadow Mage, my apology. I thought you were doing, you were talking about when you were saying, like, you know, credits options in the menu. Nerf did make a win game button. Also, I was trying to be careful with how I was phrasing what I was saying, because I've played Kirby Star Allies, and Kirby Star Allies, of all games, has a fake credit scene. Minor spoilers, but DDD is one of the first bosses, and when you beat them, the credits start to roll, and then they like reverse, like they uncredits. It's pretty good. I like it. Star Allies isn't like the best Kirby game. It, like, a lot of people are like, it's fine, but it's pretty good. It has some good stuff to it. It's kind of like a Kirby roguelike, in a way, because no, roguelike actually. And Juice was getting on my nuts about this earlier, because part of the game is the idea of beating the campaign with every ally. Like, that is part of the idea, is beating the campaign with each of the star allies. What was I doing when you were dictating to me the difference between roguelike and roguelite? Which was an interesting conversation, and I enjoyed knowing that information. But I was doing comedy for the Sega stream. And I've just given up. Listen. I mean, I get it, but here's the problem. I know it's in reference to a game called Rogue, and I've never played that game before. And I'm gonna be real, I'm not so wild on the Rogue subgenre, simply because in your room. No. I mean, you can come chill and stream if you want, Juice. Or are you deep in Fortnite? Are you deep in some Fortnite? Oh, I see. Yeah, we're talking about it because Fortnite started a new season. And, like, I gave credit to Epic when I tried Fortnite for the first time and didn't really like it. That they put a lot into their game. And that never stopped being true, really. Epic still puts their fucking everything into Fortnite. And it's fucking impressive. Because the reason we were having this conversation is in the new season, the longer you survive, you get, like, character upgrades. Like, you get level ups and shit. And, like, that's straight out of the rogue sub-genres. So, roguelite, I should say, because I believe roguelike and rogue itself is defined by not getting more shit for progressing. You just get better at the game. So, yeah, it's cool. Also, they have Doomslayer in fucking, what's it called? In Fortnite now. And if there's one... I'm at a progression. They are also they're turn-based? You're really constricting the definition of this. And, I have no problem with that, because I don't have a horse in this race. I'm just saying. But also, I do want to say, if there's one thing I needed, it was to just absolutely destroy, like, you know, children playing Fortnite well dressed as Doomslayer, blasting E1M1. Like, I just pick one up and throw him through a wall, kick the other one. That is what Rogue is. I mean, yeah. This is why people, like, this is why people started saying Metroidvania, for the record. Because, in reality, it's just Metroid. Like, the idea of the genre was just kind of made by Metroid. Castlevania was so fucking late to the party, but calling things a Metroid-like is such a more narrow kind of, and you know, more directly kind of derivative, more directly comparable title. So people were like, Metroidvania. And everyone's like, ooh, that's good. It's Kahiko! Doom, but it's Doom. Isn't there a hack for that? Hi, pig, I love you. And you, mortal whelp, are more vile even than those demons. You child who Fortnite dances at Thanksgiving. You will feel my full fury. Okay, but you know what I'm mad about? Okay, I listen, I am talking about Fortnite. Shut up. If you haven't given the game a chance with friends, give it a shot with friends. It's pretty fun. Listen. The only thing more fun than playing Fortnite with a group of people you like is making fun of Fortnite. And you know what the best part of making fun of Fortnite is? Tilted Towers. In part due to the Sonic 06 dub. Fucking, I love talking about Tilted Towers. And the new map got rid of Tilted Towers. It's not there, it's not on the map anymore. I'm so sad. I can no longer funnily say where we dropping, boys. Because it won't be tilted. We can't go to Tilted Tower. We can't get tilted at the towers anymore. Tilted's fucking gone. Shadow Mage, you and me and Max should play sometime. Because Max said something similar. And I'd be down to try it out if y'all haven't played before. Especially since in the group I play with, Oakson and let me say something. I don't think we should make a server for people in the community who play Fortnite. Because I think what makes it special isn't that there's people playing it with you, but it's just the friendly nature of, hey, do my friends want to hop onto Fortnite? Yes. Let's fucking go. Like, it should continue to be a spontaneous fun thing. But anyway, with that in mind, I'd love to be able to show other people the ropes, because in the group I typically play with, fucking Oak is the hard fucking carry. The only thing Oak does better than streaming is playing fucking Fortnite. I will immediately insults Cahill. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I play with Juice as well. I just said that. Juice will not tell me when they are in trouble, and then die. and then they will be killed by a gaggle of children. Okay? Oak won't tell me when they're in trouble, and when I've turned around, there's 5 corpses not next to Oak. I'm not kidding you. If you play this game and you find Oak, like, against you, pray you have the upper hand in some way. 'Cause Oak fucking party wipes. She's a monster. I can't explain it. It's fucking cool too. Like, I love Oak for every just genuine reason. But holy shit, watching her play that, it's something else. Oak would make Ninja. Juice might be telling her that I'm saying all this right now. Oak would make Ninja kiss her ass. I don't think Ninja would stand an actual fucking chance against Oak. Not in a 1v1. Better, yeah. I saw her kill someone with a fucking pencil. I'll take care of her. Did you not hear? Were you not fucking listening? With a pencil. I mean, that's just kind of the watch, though. Smage, you do know me and you are in, like, many servers together, right? There's I have a channel for, I mean, I can just start posting it more if you want. I can just start posting, hey, I'm playing Fortnite, does anyone want to play? We're in a lot of servers together, and a good few of them have channels for just playing games together. Pig has one. Everyone go watch and support and join Pig's Discord server. Did you know that once a month, Pig holds a clip contest where if you clip something that becomes the top favorite clip of the community, you get a free sub to any streamer of your choice? Go support him. He has a similar channel for playing games with people. No, don't. See Oki tear it up. Like that, but that's the thing, Nerf. Like, it's kind of like a Schrodinger situation, because it's not like Oak's invincible. Oak's gotten ganked, and like I've saved Oak before. Like, it's not a case of Oak is so good that, you know, you're always just gonna see them being a monster. But play with them enough, and like she'll find victims. She'll find poor saps who came in expecting an easy time, and oopsie poopsie. Oak's here, baby, and she's come to just destroy you. Get 17 mutual servers, exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's both alive and dead if I don't play Fortnite. Also that. Speaking of things I love about Oak, let's just continue this for a hot minute. Speaking of things I love about Oak, I was talking to someone else today, and they're like, I want a lot of, like, characters. And I was like, you mean, like, for stream and stuff, or just for yourself? And they're like, kind of both. They're like, I don't know how I would handle that, though. And I was like, well, fucking Beautiful Oak did a whole thing. Their older brand was all about having a party of characters. And they still keep those characters around. Like, Oak's done it. And it was a good fucking theme. And now she has an even cooler fucking theme. So. Yeah, so. Oak's current theme is being a bimbo. If I've heard her correctly. Oak's current theme on stream is she's a bimbo. And proudly proclaims so. And you know what? I'll follow her on this journey. Honestly, Oak, you know, so let me tell more stories about Fortnite. I know some people may be hating this. I'm loving it. Let me have fucking fun with friends. This is like, Super iPad 12, his last video essay was about liminal spaces and horror. And he made the distinction about how he's not talking about the back rooms. And when he talked about all the people creating backrooms content online, he did a thing where he's like, hey, people creating that content, good work, you're making great content. And he's like, I think we get on, like, just young people's nuts too much about being excited about shit. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And with that in mind, I'm just excited about playing games with my friends. But regardless, when we play the game, since I was reading One Piece and started playing Fortnite at the same time, so I've become a specific type of internet subculture. What was I thinking of? My friends started calling me Usopp, because I have a very big habit of when a firefight breaks out, the first thing I will do is leave. I will not be there. If someone is shooting at me, my first instinct will be to get as far away, get as much distance as possible. And I fully accept that this is what I am, that this is who I am. And, like, we haven't bothered assigning other people other roles from One Piece while playing the game. Oak could be Luffy. Oak could be Luffy. I would, like, I don't listen to Oak all the time. Oh, no. I don't listen to Oak all the time. She's not, like, in command of everything I do. But at the same time, I'd follow her to the pits of hell. If Oak was like, listen, you gotta trust me here, Cahill. We gotta go in on this. I'd be like, okay, Oak. Yeah, this seems right. I would not question it as much as I would with other people. So. Just to run out of the fucker with two-handed chainsword. Well, the problem with Fortnite, well, if was thinking of Darktide, yeah, that's that Left 4 Dead thing-esque game you're telling me about, yeah, Shadow Mage. The problem with Fortnite is you're not you're not typically mechanically superior to other players in the game. So, but no. Well, that's the thing, Oak. I was talking about how you play Fortnite, and you're fucking good at it, and you're fucking great at a lot of things. Well, no, wait, let me finish, Shadow Mage. You are superior to, like, one enemy in a Left 4 Dead-esque game. And if... mechanically superior. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is Darktide not the Left 4 Dead-esque thing you told me about, Shadow Mage? No, you misunderstood. Okay. I did. I'm glad. I charged tanks. Okay, fair. I would still argue you're somewhat mechanic... well, no. That's less being mechanically better in pure numbers things and more... it would be more of asynchronous play. Yes. No, I get what you're saying. I was thinking about multiplayer terminology. Dun 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 dun. Don't bother me until I've had my gaming in the morning. But yeah. It's a good time. It's a good time playing with friends. And I'm definitely down. Because, like, I mean, everyone... I don't know. It's different from Minecraft. Because here's the thing. I've thought about this before. Minecraft was given kind of a derivative light. Not necessarily, like, the worst image. But still, like, people think of Minecraft in a certain way now. Because kids on the internet, and I'm not blaming them for this, but it is a fact, kids on the internet focused on, like, the stuff that didn't necessarily make the game great. Like, it made the game good, but not, like, what made it like, one of the best. Which is, like, they liked Herobrine and Enderman and blah, blah, blah. And that's not really what makes that game a standout, per se. Helps give it its identity, but it's not the mechanics and such that make it, you know, one of the most popular games ever. Well, I say that, but that's probably why some kids got it. Regardless, that being said, Fortnite is a lot of that stuff. Like, there's not necessarily a deeper layer to Fortnite than the stuff the kids post online. But just playing with your friends that's good enough. That makes it fun enough where it's like, okay. The only, like, deep, more special thing about Fortnite is the fact that you're playing it with people you love. That's it. And you can have fun with. Not your family, though. There's stuff I say playing Fortnite I'd never say in front of my mother. That's actually a pretty good profile shot. So does this, like, make sense what's happening here? Turning his... Oh, that does look good. But yeah. Oh, so in case you're wondering, I do have a background. This is the background. I need to do Alex's just whole steez. And also, flame he's holding in his hand is going to be animated. So, lots of stuff. I got some stuff done on this already. Listen, I love Alex. I'll tell you about my comic. I was doing a bit of work on the comic today. Some good times. Excited about what's coming up. All I'll say about what's coming up in the comic is werewolf inflation. Werewolf inflation? Werewolf inflation. If you're not subscribed to my webcomic for $1 a month, werewolf inflation. And just take that with you. And go in peace with that. What else was I thinking of? I need non-Fortnite stories. No, not really. I mean, if you want life shit, I've mentioned about how I will be moving out in, what was I thinking of? In January. And the problem is, I haven't heard a lot about the thing I'm taking part in, which I'm keeping vague, not because it's bad. I'm not joining a cult, let me say that. But I'm keeping it vague because I don't want to mix my professional opportunities and brands with the really dumb stuff I say on, like, Lord, the dumb stuff I say on stream. I don't need it traced back to me. And so I've been keeping that part vague. And what was I thinking of? But the problem is I haven't heard much about that, and that's somewhat by design. Like, they've told me you won't hear much about this until a couple weeks beforehand. And the only problem with that is that what that means is I can be very close to the date where I'm supposed to, like, move in and stuff, etc., etc. And I still won't know if, like, I'm not hearing or haven't done something, because they are purposefully not making contact with me. Like, I just want to know if my entire life is screwed or not. Which is one reason I've been more actively applying to jobs again. I took a little break after I got accepted into that thing, because I was like, okay, well, that's a career advancement for me. So, you know, I don't have to worry about just you know, not doing anything forever now. And I took it easy for a bit. But now that the fear of that not working out, period, is within me, I'm like, Man, Alec... Why did I give fucking Alex so many long strands of hair? Like, they're not the hardest thing to draw and animate, but they're more complicated than desired. The good thing about hair, though, is that it's rarely consistent in the real world and everything. So, even if it's all squiggly while the animation is going, that's kind of just what hair looks like anyway. And the fact he has black hair as opposed to like blonde hair where you can see like more details in it and stuff, that's help. I mean, that's one reason I gave him black hair. I think black hair is just a good default for a lot of reasons. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just like, what color hair should this character have? And I'm like, black. Easy to draw. Lots of people have black or dark hair, etc., etc. Don't gotta sweat the details too much. Oh shit, I just realized something. Oh well. I'm gonna take an even bigger shortcut right now, because I think it'll look fine. I do not want to be rude or like seemingly looking down upon anyone who's making like short form content on Instagram or TikTok. But I was going through some today and I realized, even though I'm not necessarily proud of the one I posted not too long ago, some of them that have even more likes are just like stick drawings. Like very, very, very simple drawings. And I mean that, like, I have no problem with that. A lot of them are good. But looking at Oak, but with that in mind, like, it helps take a bit of pressure off me that I have to do super detailed or whatever stuff that looks super high quality, and that's what makes it good, because clearly that's not necessarily the case. Boom, boom, bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun, dun. Hit butts. Butts! I have just committed to always spelling butt, just the regular word butt, with 2 T's whenever I'm using it, unless again it's in a professional setting. Just because it guarantees no one else is gonna be like, ha, you said butt, and be like, you didn't actually say butt, but it's a homophone. And I'm like, well, I did say butt now. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Yeah, I'm out here loving ass. You gonna shame me for it? Huh? Is that where we're at now? Shaming people for loving ass? Shame on you. ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba. Yeah, that's not. that. Okay, I think I know what I have to do, which is I need an in-between frame for this one and the one before it. It's homophonic. So head dash 4 is this one. Head, and then I think I'm good for the head turning back. Is that anticipation shit? Sometimes for anticipation things, you need to spend some time really building it, and then have the payoff be even bigger than that. But for this one, I'm planning for it to like almost go to black. So I'm gonna do like maybe like 2 panels of Alex snapping his head forward. And then, which I guess I could just like, I could repurpose these panels and then put like some smear shit on there, etc., etc. Be a big shot. Be a big bouncy shot. Love me a Spamton. You know what I love even more than Spamton? I love that Toby Fox likes Spamton, and that he was like, I didn't know if people would like him or not, and then people really liked him. It gives the happy chemical, because he was like, I love my spammy son. I hope everyone else does, and they did. That's a 0 to hero story for you. Sans. People haven't liked. I mean, fucking Sargoto hates. I know he hates Papyrus. I don't know how many other Undertale characters he may or may not hate. And that's up to him. Whatever characters you love or do not love, purely personal decision and shit. But Shadow Mage, I need you. No, well, if I've learned anything, it's that never assume people love stuff. Never assume something is loved by lots of people. Oh, it can be loved by lots of people, sure, but the moment you start assuming, you will find someone. Burnley. I always like Papyrus. But, like, that's the thing, right? Papyrus is... I think part of what makes me like Papyrus is that he's initially introduced as, like, seemingly a big bad, when he turns out to definitely not be. Not even a little bit. Not even by accident could Papyrus be a big bad. And then he turns out to be friend. But upon that initial revelation, upon that initial reveal, I just associated him with Skeletor. So there was no hating him for me. Either he's a friend or he's Skeletor, and both are fantastic options. No, did you die a lot? Did you use the broken sword? Is there a is doing like a genocide route with no like with bad equipment, is that a challenge or no? I'm not gonna do it. It's not like broken sword. I'm not really interested in doing it on stream. I'm just curious. Because I mean, one of the biggest fights in the genocide route, it doesn't really matter what equipment you have. You just have to be good. Dun 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 dun. But anyway, yeah. Several. I'm to go. Ah, man! Someone found more stuff in Undertale by just being bad at the game. That is cool though. I mean, it's more adding to his character of not really being a bad guy, or even like, you know, you get what I'm saying. I went blind with rage. Well, if you're that bad at the papyrus fight, then maybe you need to be more thankful to him. And he was like, you know what? You can go. I wish there was one Dark. Are you kidding me? I would love it if in a game like Dark Souls there was a boss that was just like, hey, you're not doing good. Do you want to like? Do you just want to like move on? Do you want to just like, you know, continue the rest of the game? Like, you can just not be good at me. I'm not gonna tell anyone. All games need that. Well, no, I want it for comedic effect. I do agree. It would be cool if more games kind of had like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like collectathons, where you need optional amounts of stuff. Well, you need an amount of things done to beat the game, but it doesn't have to be any specific thing. Like, it would be cool if there were more games that had that with bosses and everything. Dark Souls boss rush. But you know, we talked about accessibility in Dark Souls before, but we didn't talk about like Cuphead, which I struggled on a stream on, which I deleted. But regardless, I still don't hold the game for being like, I saw people get mad that you can't beat the entire game on easy mode. And I've never held it against that, but that is in part because, what was I thinking of? Like, if you don't know, Cuphead was supposed to just be the bosses. No running gun stuff, in the game. But the Moldenhauers were like, people were like, I don't know if they'll like just a boss rush, so they added the running gun stuff. And I don't know about easy quote-unquote mode, but I think they had. That's why I kind of like go back and forth on that kind of stuff. Not because I don't think anything should be kept away from different kinds of people, but more so because sometimes people are trying to make an exact kind of stuff. Exact vision. And part of that is making things difficult. I think they should be like mechanically accessible to everyone. Obviously. You know what I mean? Like, concessions should be made so that people with any kind of like condition and stuff should be able to play stuff on different controllers, etc., etc. But if you just can't, if you're just not playing the game because you find it very hard, I'm not gonna be like, yes, every game should be as easy or as difficult as singular people want. You know what I mean? I hope I'm not like really teeing people off with this, but I'm just saying. I think some people are trying to make an exact thing they have in their minds. And that can include the difficulty level. But anyway, I don't know. Difficulty in games is a whole thing. Especially when game journalists can't play the game. Game journalism is weird. More so than regular journalism, which is also weird. Chance to be a big shot. Be a big fancy shot. That's just... Oh my goodness. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty dang good. I'm okay with that. Oh, let's do some other stuff. I gotta turn all these up to 100. Part of doing animation like this is I manually change opacity to get onion skins. And then I try to look at one specific drawing and I'm like, oh yeah, that's super transparent. Because that's how I left it for animation's sake. Hup, hup. Oh no. Hup, hup. I'm gonna do some things no one can see. Just for me. I'm trying to think. Anything else happen? I don't know. I've taken it a little easy. Like, I've worked on stuff the past few days, but I've also been making sure to take breaks. Taking breaks can be important, you know? Making sure you pace yourself. Do things at your speed. I'm doing my best to get multiple things done, but in line with that, it also demands me making sure that I'm not burning myself out before they are. Head down. Right now I'm just merging a bunch of layers. Layer work, menus. You love to see menus. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I want a game. Every now and then I just get the urge for a traditional turn-based RPG. I'm like, I want combat in menus, and I want to explore and equip equipment and use items in battle. I want a party of people who I use their select abilities in order to you know, in order to beat multiple battles. And again, I'm not going out and buying new games right now. And I haven't beaten Earthbound, so I was like, maybe I should beat Earthbound. I was tempted to go back to Mother 1. Because I was getting through Mother 1 at one point and enjoying it. But then I was like, I don't really have time to keep playing this game, so I'll come back to it at a later date. But the problem with that is, it's an NES game. And I do love me an NES game, but they can really come with strings attached. You know? NES games are hard, but they are also largely unfair. What's a new game? Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of games I've played like that, but like Pokemon, different Marios, and Bloodborne, and slash just general mainline Souls games, I'll just go back to time and time again. But I don't know. I do also like getting me some new games. I've been thinking back on how much I love God of War 2018, because I am getting, soon-ish, the new God of War, Ragnarok, in Lord in Heaven. Like, I love 2018, so I'm very excited to play Ragnarok I've been avoiding spoilers. So, very, very exciting. I need to look up fist front. Guys, I need a reference for a closed hand, you know, from the internet. So let me just Google fisting real quick. Like, I just need to know what it looks like when someone makes a fist. So let me just Google fisting just like real quick. Just so I know what it looks like. It's probably fine. I mean, I don't know what else that action could be called. Like, I could say closing your hand, I guess, but I specifically want it when you make a fist. Not just closing your hand. So it has to be fisting. The problem with this is I don't have the full hand to work off of. And I don't know. I'm not used to drawing a hand like this. I'm pretty decent at drawing hands. Hashtag relatable art mood that is never being able to draw hands, but it's not necessarily something I can relate to. I've been okay at it. I typically just see hands as a series of little sausages. There's a bunch of small sausages. That's what all these are. Small sausages. Dun 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 dun. Delicious, delicious sausages. Because oh, fists can be violent. You're right. Oh my goodness, Nerf, you're so right. Let me turn off safe search and Google fisting just real quick. Alex looks like he's just like jam into something right here. Like just he's feeling it in his fist. He's got his head bumping to the side. Alex is feeling a jam right now. Also, going back to the webcomic for a second. I've at 2 instances now, I have drawn Alex incredibly menacingly. And I just like drawing him that way. I mean, I think it's me like trying to add to the fact that people are a little unsettled by him. But if I'm being real with you, it could also be for no fucking reason at all. Poor Alex. You know, 13-ish hours. Are you excited for this dwarf four twist Shadow Mage? Looking forward to it. But yeah. So my idea for this is I mean, this in a rude way, but you do mean it in a rude way, but what? Don't try to call me a friend, not know about my lot. No, I do not. I mean, I do know about... Okay. My defense, Shadow Mage. That absolutely sounds like a game you love. I just don't memorize the name of every game you play. I get the gist of them. If I had a lineup of different games that were different like kinds of games and everything, and one of them was one you liked, I would know it. But I can't say them by title. Wait, let me read that again. Okay, well let me ask you something, Smage, because I don't... No, I have seen you play this before. How is it releasing if you've played it before? I'm confused. What is releasing? Because clearly you've played it. Start rambling endlessly. Is it a new game in Dwarf Fortress? Releasing on Steam. Oh. That makes sense. Okay, I'm with you now. Listen, the thing I know about Shadow Mage is he fucking loves, like... I don't even know how to describe it. I don't want to say tower defense, because that's not necessarily what I mean. But give Shadow Mage something with mobs of enemies to kill, and waves survives, and he's all over it. Management, yeah, management's a good word for it. That's fair. 10. 20. Management's definitely a good way to put it. Nope, not that. I gotta redraw the hand. Draw hand. I remember, if you haven't seen the Spampton sweepstakes, if you like any of Toby Fox's humor, and you haven't seen the Spampton sweepstakes they did for, the charity event they did a while ago, you owe it to yourself. Go do that real quick, because it's very good, if not also a complete nightmare. Very big don't hug me, I'm scared energy. But with that in mind, apparently there were secrets about Deltarune hidden in it, which I didn't catch, because, I mean, A, I didn't watch it live, and B, I'm not the type of person who goes, like, digging through games to go look for secrets about lore and stuff. I take a lot of the face value stuff, and I'm like, neat. Horde game guy. Yeah, exactly. You're saying you are the Soulsborne. Am I the Soulsborne guy? I should play Neo on stream. I've never played Neo. And I do remember when it was, like, newer, and people were like, hey, look, a Souls kind of game came out. When we're running out of actual official Souls games. That I should do. But Max does stream a good amount of Souls as well. So, Chair is speedrunning a Mega Man guy. Is a Warframe a horde shooter? I don't know enough about... I was about to say Warhammer. But I don't know anything about Warframe either. So. I don't know anything about Warhammer or Warframe. So, sorry about that. 55. Okay, so let me lay this out. This one will be 30. Actually, that looks good. Like, you see this frame? Like, the thumb swivels around, and the fingers come up. So I think what I'm gonna need is just more fire animation from that. And then that should be good. How many frames do I have 7... I have 7, frames for the face. Where should that start from? Lowest common denominator for 7 and 8. It sucks so much how much lowest common denominator comes up in animating. Talk about Warhammer 4K. Talk off everyone's collective ear about Warhammer. I don't know. When's the game? Where's the stream where you play Epic Mickey? You can do that to me, Smage. You'll play Epic Mickey while you do it on stream. So. Have no doubt about this. I literally will do that as soon as I can. I have an system. I have no system. Okay, I'm gonna take the headphones off real quick. Y'all might hear this. I need to see how many seconds. No, not that one. I don't know how many fucking frames that is. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think numbers, and that's a problem. I don't know numbers. I'm not good at numbers. You have two kinds of people: numbers peoples and art major. I mean, and I have a bachelor in fine arts. Oh. What was I thinking of? How long has stream been going? No. Let me keep going for a bit. Let me animate this flame, at least. Honestly, you know what? I'm upsetting for a different reason. I think it's going to be a short stream tonight. We've been doing slightly longer streams, and I just feel like this is a natural stopping point. Is everyone okay with that? Okay with a good 90-minute stream? I think those are good bite-sized chunk streams, if I'm being real. I could keep going, but like... I could power on through, but I don't know if stream would be improved from that. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Whenever I look at a timer and look at what I have to do, I do a quick sunk cost fallacy, whatever. I do calculations in my head. To be like, is it, should I keep going? So, Gam is also doing a small stream. Is he about to be done? I don't know. How about we raid Gam? Y'all okay with raiding Gam? I want to raid Gam. But yeah, short art stream. We're coming back with more Dark Souls later. On Thursday. So I hope everyone's looking forward to that. I'll see everyone then. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this. Like I said, I don't know. I've been trying to do longer streams, but sometimes there's a equal exchange, you know, Full Metal Alchemist thing that goes on, where it's like, I've done some longer streams. Time to do a short one. I'm sorry I'm not Mr. Beryl Kramer, professional streamer who goes for 6 hours. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'll see you later. Bye.